Peace, Black family. This is your man, Al Jihad the God, Black Power, Crip Life. Those who know me know this. I have a very, very, very special guest who I like to call my spiritual mother, my beautiful sister, Empress Bezawit. How you doing, sister?
Bless.
Yes, ma'am.
Bless.
Our sister been on a retreat here lately. She been showing us but we're showing me for as using Ithaca.
Indica.
Ithaca is that what it's called?
Ithaca, New York. Yes, we was up in Ithaca. I'm in Mawa right now.
And you say it again?
Mawa. I'm out in Mawa right now. We was up in, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, before we get started in today's conversation, why don't you give the people a little bit of background about yourself, sister?
Well, I'm a healer. I'm a creator. I'm a protector. I'm a mother of all mothers. And the reason why I say that is because, you know a little history about my background with my mother. You know, she wasn't there in my later stages to really raise me and take care of me. So there was other women that did that.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Now it's like my life is coming full circle where I'm doing that for other children now. You know, so throughout the years, I've always brought children in my home when parents was going through their situation, so their children wouldn't end up in the system. So I was that one that was come knocking on the door, talking about, where's those kids? You know?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And we don't practice family like other people do. You know, we come from that tradition of it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So in our history, for our story, you know, even if we look back during slavery, you know, when we was on the plantation, when they took that baby from that mother to send that baby to another plantation, where was that baby going? To another mother, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
And we're still doing that now.
So
we're not predicated on genetics and bloodline. It's spirit and necessity for us.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's why we're still here right now.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
But let me ask you something, brother. How you feeling? How you feeling since Mississippi? How are you feeling?
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, for everybody that's on it now, if you was to go to my YouTube page and go to Bangside Revolution, of course, and look up spiritual cleansing, this is the sister that was giving me my very first spiritual cleanse. And it was something else. I would have to say that I never experienced it before. And it seemed like a lot was taken off my shoulders thanks to Mama Empress Bezawit right here, man. And I to this day, you'll always be a part of my heart, and I appreciate everything you have done for me, Queen. Yes, ma'am.
Energy. You just needed some energy cleared off of you. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. I had a whole lot of nigga energy in me.
Yes. And we know the situation with your son, but you know, it was more than just that. It was layers of stuff.
Yes, ma'am. The sister also did. If you go to another video, hold on 1 second, baby. Go. You can't be in here with the phone on. That's my youngest daughter. She want to get right next to me and look at Elmo.
That's all right.
Yeah, but she got Elmo and stuff on real loud. I can't hear nothing. I see we got a few people on here. Please like, share, subscribe. I also put your Herbis tea on my last live I did with the sister. Do you have any other ways that they can contact you for us if they want to get any of your products?
Just right now through my email, and once I get their email information, I could send them information. You know.
Okay.
Just because the nature of my business, what I was selling.
Yeah.
So you know, we got to do things right.
Yes, ma'am.
Things right. So all of that come in time. You know.
Yes, ma'am. Well, everybody's on it now. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe button, hit that notification so you know every time when I'm going live. Now, dear sister, I've been hearing these words thrown around since about, I'm saying about 2020, that we are entering into divine feminine. You know, that we are in the time
of Aquarius. This is the age of Aquarius.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, but you know, I hear a lot of people like is saying that different is different. I guess you would say definitions from different people. I would say, like, some people would say that the divine feminine is here to for us destroy the masculinity in man type thing, and then I heard that the divine feminine is also here to put the woman in their rightful place. And you know, I'm just hearing like, so I guess my question to you, Queen, since you've been dealing with this for many years, in your words, what is the divine feminine?
Well, it's definitely not to separate us. You know, that divine energy is definitely there to balance us out. That's where that ma'at come in, you know? The truth, justice, order, harmony, all of that stuff right there. And as far as divine energy, that's where our power is as women. You know, I mean, I hate to put it out there like this, if you don't mind, but a lot of women believe that's what's between their legs is the gift and the power, but it's not. So once we tap into our divine feminine energy, which is only tapping into nature, and that's how you could tap into self. You know, when you're off balance and you feeling that anger, or that female is feeling that masculine energy, that's because she's off balance. People get into arguments and all of that kind of stuff. You're off. You're off. Your divine energy is off. Like all week, all I was doing was grounded. I wasn't wearing any shoes or anything like that, because the nature of work that I do, I knew I had to center myself, because energy is being pulled from me, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
So a lot of women, I tell a lot of women, please tap into nature. That's where your energy comes from. That's where your power comes from. Tapping into nature. Then you can really look at self.
Okay. So, far as us being in the age of I guess you would say divine feminine, age of Aquarius, the divine feminine. Far as on a male perspective, what should we expect as men in the age of Aquarius in the divine feminine?
Well, I hope women step up, because once the women step up, then the man will line up and everybody else will, because it's her. She's the one that's going to lead in the age of Aquarius. This is a spiritual battle that we didn't really go into right now. And if the woman don't step into her rightful place, then nobody else will fall in line, you know? They have to understand that once you tap into that, that man is going to already know. You don't even have to say anything, and he will feel that energy. So if something is going on with him, your intuition is going to be like right on it to deal with whatever he's dealing with. And the same thing with him. Once he get that balance from her, he'll know she going through something. He know when to tap right into that, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
So we got to get in tune. We got to get in tune.
Okay.
Get in tune.
Well, y'all hearing it. This is Empress Bezawit giving you that good knowledge, man. Got to get in tune with nature, man.
But you know what too? Because we're dealing with so much with mental health. A lot of us can't even see what can be better, because we're in survival mode so much, you know?
Break that down.
Well, we talking about generational curses now, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
We talking about pain. We talking about pain, not just my pain, but I'm talking about my mother's pain, her mother's pain. We dealing with layers of stuff. So in order to tap into that divine, you have to deal with all that stuff too. This kind of pain that we're dealing with right now, I see it's showing up in school, it's showing up in the homes, it's showing up in the workplace, it's showing up in our relationships. So we got to get, as far as women, we got to get it together. And that place that I was at when we was on the farm, I believe I'm going to hold one of my spiritual boot camps up there. That would be the perfect place.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna,
that was a very beautiful background you showed me.
yeah, and I'm going to do that with some women, because what I like to deal with is the emotional part. I deal with issues of the heart. Issues of the heart, that's where life flows through. So it's like dealing with that stuff you don't want to look at. I'm the one that's going to pull it out of you. That's the part that I like to deal with when we talk about healing and stuff like that. You know, it's no holding your hand and woo woo, it's going to be better, and you know, and all that. No. When I do my circles, I touch on that ugly stuff. So people start crying, people, you know, because they dealing with emotions that they was repressing. So this is the part where that's the part you got to heal.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the part you got to heal. The stuff that the stuff that don't feel good. That's the stuff I like to talk about.
That's what you got to attack. As far as anything that's really that you're carrying in your heart, the hurt that you're carrying in your heart, that's what you like to attack personally.
Yes, that's my specialty.
Yes, ma'am.
You know why? Because I pulled myself out of it. I learned how to attack that. So once you learn how to do that, you got to pass it on to other people. You have to pass it on to other people. So healers, we're here to help others who want to do it, seriously want to do it.
Yeah.
Because some people say, oh, I'm healing and all that kind of stuff. And if you're not really touching on the stuff that you're supposed to touch on, you're not really healing. You're not really, if you're feeling comfortable, you're not healing. You gotta, you ever seen the pictures and the memes of like somebody running through a tulip field, skipping, talking about healing? You ever seen pictures like that?
No, ma'am.
You never seen memes or pictures where they have healing and people are skipping and smiling and all of that kind of stuff to represent healing?
Oh, well, yeah, like basically they're saying that they overcame whatever trauma they was in.
No, that's a lie. Those pictures.
Explain that.
That's a lie. It don't look like that. It don't look like that. You're crying, you look miserable, you're going through depression, all that kind of stuff. You're dealing with all of those kind of emotions.
Is that what they call like going through the dark night of the soul?
Yep. Coming out of the muck.
Yeah.
Because that's when I came out of the muck, you know. And if you're not willing to come out of the muck, you got to stay there. You got to stay there. You know,
what is your take on this I guess how can I say it, like I'm trying to think of that woman that she was with, what's that brother? She was with what's his name? Michael B. Johnson or Michael B. What's that dude's name? Oh man, what's the dude's name? The dude they play in Rocky.
The actor.
Yeah, the actor, and he was with that girl, and I forgot. That's crazy. I forgot all these people's names.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
I think his name was Michael B. Jordan or something like that.
He was with Steve Harvey's daughter.
Steve Harvey's daughter. Yeah, yes. And it seemed like a lot of women was saying stuff like, black woman's up 1,000 points. We don't give a damn about these niggas. And you know, what do you think about this movement that's going on with our sisters now?
They following the Western ways. You know, they have a problem with their men. We're not supposed to have the problem with our men, you know? This is where that liberation thing came from and all that kind of stuff. And they jumped on the bandwagon. Why? I don't know. We're not having a problem with our men. We're not having a problem with our men. You know, they try to make it into something, but they watching somebody else's culture and try to mimic that, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh man. And as far as how old is that guy? He got to be what, in his 20s?
I believe like late 20s. Late 20s?
Yeah, he need to harness himself and stay away from women right now, because that's where you're going to lose your masculinity. Because all of the solar, all that solar is being sucked out of him every time he's lay down with a woman, you know? So he need to chill. That's when a lot of young men need to harness that, you know, when they're young, you know,
Yes, ma'am.
so they can have that masculine energy. Or they're gonna be these men running around, you know, trying to sleep with everybody, you know.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The feminist movement. I had did a show a while back, and I was speaking on how, you know, how the white woman, you know, they always, like you said, they the one that had a problem with their men. Cause matter of fact, and if you go back to the ancient days of Greece, Greece hated women so much that the
Yes.
women actually went to their own island called Lesbos.
Yes.
And on this island of Lesbos, like but even though they went there, it wasn't like a harmony type of thing, because it was like they was doing like rituals and sacrifices over there. But I had read that when they needed to populate Lesbos, they'll make a trade with the Greece,
Right.
and then they'll drop the boys off. But after the boys impregnate the girls, they'll kill off the father, and if they have a male child, they will sacrifice the male child to some type of woman god or something like that. So I was trying to explain that to a couple of sisters, like even when it comes to this lesbianism, lesbian, I would say that shit, the homosexual gay women, and even the gay men, though, that none of that stuff come from our culture, none of that stuff. And it's
None
like,
of that is ours.
Say it again, sister.
None of that is ours.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
not.
Yes, ma'am. But so I was breaking that down to some people. You know what I mean? That it's still, you know, of course, you know, Negroes is hard of hearing unless it's coming from a white man's mouth for some reason. But what do you think, far as like, why do you not? I kind of know what you're gonna say, but I want my listeners to hear from an Empress. What do you think about, far as white women trying to push feminism off on our sisters? Why do you
No,
think they're trying to do that?
because they know who have the power, and they trying to take the power from us. That's ours. That don't belong to them. That's ours. We are nature. We are the ones that rule that. You know, they taking everything else from us. Come on. How much more we gonna let them take from us? We gotta stop listening to that. We gotta unlearn everything that we was taught. You know, and if we let them take that, they taking our power. That's where our power is at.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
A white woman could not tell me nothing about nothing. What's she gonna tell me? What can she tell me?
Well,
My DNA is from my ancient ancestors. What can she tell me?
You was giving me a breakdown one time, and I was actually telling my mother and my other female family members when you was talking about that synthetic hair thing, about the synthetic hair.
No, I worry about my young sisters that's doing all of that. You know, especially with the glue up across the hairline, and then the spray. We got the spray, and then there's something else they have to put on there. That's too much. 5-10 years from now, we're gonna look at that. That's seeping all down in our crown. That's seeping all down in our spiritual eye. Why are we doing that? That's all chemicals. All chemicals. But they're putting it out there for us because we hate ourselves so much. We hate the way we look. We gotta look like somebody else, you know? And they know how to sell it to us, and we know how to buy it. We definitely know how to buy it.
We definitely know how to buy it, because the Asians, they literally make I believe the last time I checked, the Asians make 2.3 billion a year off selling black women black products.
Yes.
So-called black products.
Yes. And we're in the trillions when we spend our money on that. You know that?
Yeah. I believe it was 1.4 the last time I checked.
And you know what we could do with that money if we collectively pull that money together? We can have our own banks, our own supermarkets, our own, you know, but we're the greatest consumers. We got to wake up. We got to wake up and leave all that stuff alone.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I also get on my brother's case about like the black man is supposed to be the provider, the protector, and the maintainer of the house, right?
Yeah.
What do you feel about, and I know some brothers probably gonna get pissed off, but they know I don't care, when a man move inside of a woman's house? Now, I'm totally against that, because I feel that if a man truly love a woman, that you will raise yourself up where you can bring her into your life.
I agree. I agree with that. That's how it's supposed to go. That's
Yes,
how it's,
ma'am.
you know, the role, it seems like over the years, the role's been reversed.
Break that down.
The roles have been reversed. It seems like, you know, the woman is taking care of, is doing what the man is supposed to do. And the man is sitting back doing what the woman is supposed to do. You know, I don't totally agree with that. You know, not at all. Not at all. This is what I'm talking about, where a lot of men have lost their masculinity, you know, and they don't know how to provide or protect because it's not there. They didn't harness it. They didn't harness that masculinity to know what to do or how to stand up to be a man.
But it's crazy though, because a lot of men that I see doing that, they walk around with their chests out. You know, they some, you know, big hard guys, but they never had a sense of responsibility. They don't know what it's like to pay bills, or like, you know, like, well, I can't go out this weekend because I got to buy 3 children 3 different size shoes, and you know, like, you know, so last time I brought this up, you know what I mean, I didn't get too much no backlash from dudes. It's kind of like they got quiet, but I feel that a lot of women are falling victim to that. To me, I feel a woman's falling victim to that. You know what I mean? Because like, if a man don't have himself already together, you know what I mean, then what possibly could you do for a woman?
They doing what they know. You see that family pathology? That family pathology is deep. So how am I going to know if that's what was represented to me? Right? This is something that's going back. I mean, think about all right, let's go back to the root of it. Let's go back to slavery, where the woman, the mother tried to hold on to her son child because she didn't want him to get sold. You know, that mindset still exists today. It still exists today with a lot of mothers, you know, how they hold on to their sons and they don't let them grow up. And it's going to affect them later.
In a very hard way, too. In
a very hard way. We teach our daughters to be independent and get out there to, you know, do, and then we hold on to our sons, and then they don't know how to be men.
All right, all right.
Then you got the woman that's trying to be the man because she don't have no respect for him.
That she can't. I really don't. And I always say this. I don't see how men believe that a woman can honestly respect the woman. Literally look at you, and I done seen this with my own eyes. I done seen women talk to their men like they was children. Like, like a dude would have to walk up like, "Hey, baby, you can get $5 and borrow your car," you know.
Yeah, she'll never have respect for you. Never. Never.
Let me give a shout out to everybody that's looking right now. We got the Crane. How you doing? How you doing? Say hello. Sister Sylvia Love Jones. How you doing, Queen? Sister Alicia Falconer. How you doing, Queen? Who else is on here? Who else we got on here? We got my little cousin Alyssa. How you doing? How you doing? Sister Vanessa. How you doing? How you doing? You got all women on here, Queen.
Sending them some love. Sending them some love.
Yes, ma'am. One sister said, let me read some of these comments real quick. Sister Alicia said, she said, we need our fathers back in the home, also Black unity.
Yes.
That's right.
Baby. I got somebody over there giving me a shout out. You can hear them.
Say that's let me see. I'm trying to look at some of these comments. Oh yeah, Sister Sylvia said healing is ugly. What you think about that comment, sister?
Very ugly. I went through it, so I know. So if you're really gonna commit yourself to healing, you got to face that part. It's not so much of, okay, this person did this to me, this person did that. It's no more looking at that part no more. Now it's looking at yourself. Why am I accepting this? So now we going back to you going to your inner self now, to that inner child that's been hurt, you know, And speaking to a lot of women that I've been dealing with for the past couple of weeks, you know, incest, child molestation is deep. It runs deep with a lot of our Black sisters, man. It runs real deep. And then we try to figure out like why we ended up in certain situations and relationships, and we still haven't tapped into who violated us when we was young. We're grown women, but we still holding on to that stuff. So it is ugly. It is ugly. And like I said, a lot of women that I deal with, and when we talk about that heart and we talk about getting the stuff out of that heart, a lot of times, a lot of stuff that's coming up is that child molestation. And it's not by a stranger, it's somebody you know.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And a lot of people would think that like even when my daughter go off somewhere, you know, even though she be around family members, but I had read myself that 87% of child molestation and all that, it comes from a person that comes from your family members.
Yes.
It comes from a family member.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
We got another comment from my little cousin Alyssa. She said, and they find themselves in a bad situation time and time again, never to face or confront their demons.
Right. So then we ended up in relationships with somebody that's facing their demons too. You know, we're attracting that same stuff. We're attracting all of that same stuff, you know, because we're not tapping into what we got to heal.
Yes,
but like I said, a lot of people don't want to face it. A lot of people don't want to face it because a lot of times when you face that stuff, you're feeling exactly what you was going through. You're feeling it. You're experiencing the same, like if it was that child that was being raped and you're talking about it as an adult, you're feeling that same sensation. So it's hard to face that. It's hard to
Man, y'all like, share, subscribe. Y'all getting some jewels dropped today from my beautiful godmother, my spiritual mother, Empress Bezawit. And I say that with pride, man, because this woman, like, I'm gonna let y'all know something real quick. Anybody who truly know me, know I'm not no boo-hoo ass, you know what I'm saying? But when this sister did that spiritual cleansing, like I said, you can actually go back to my page and it's got spiritual cleansing on there. Man, when the sister finished doing that, like before she even got halfway through it, and like, I mean, it seemed like stuff was cut. Like I got mad, I got sad, I got angry. Like it was just a lot. Then after she finished, she gave me a hug like a mother. You know what I mean? And then when I went to the hotel room, like this is when we was in Mississippi. Oh man, I'm talking about, man. It's like my son's face. I couldn't get my son's face out my head. It was like, you know what I mean? Like it was something else. It was something else. Like I literally was up in my room. I'm talking about like it's like it's hard to explain. It's like yeah, I remember that right there. It's hard to explain because, like I said, I was so angry at that my son wasn't here, that someone took him from me, and then it seemed like the whole time when I was in Mississippi, and the only thing I'm guessing is that we was around so much spiritual energy, you know, as far as our people that died in Mississippi. Yeah, it was like it was hitting me all at once, you know. But when you
had that cleansing, you know, I worked on your aura first. Okay. Your aura was heavy, so let me see, where's that home at? I'm cleaning my tools now.
Yes.
Remember this? You remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
That's when we was cleansing your heart.
When you put that to my heart, it changed tones.
Yes.
It's like it was a high tone when it was up, but when it hit my heart, it got like a deep tone.
And then when I held it, when you hold it a certain way, if it pushes back, because I'm not holding it tight, when it pushes back, that means there's some block there. Your energy is like pushing it back. So I would see the fork push once you go closer to the heart.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I would advise anyone, if y'all have an Empress in y'all neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they real like my godmother is, you know. Y'all need to have that, man.
Come out to Oklahoma City.
Huh?
I'm gonna come out to Oklahoma City and I'm gonna do a retreat.
You got to. You got to. Now, all the sisters that's on there from Oklahoma, y'all heard it. Yeah, we definitely got it.
Listen, when I do my retreats, like I said, it's not like any other retreat. People gonna hate me. They're not gonna like me in the beginning. They're not.
That's all right, as long as they don't touch you. They're all right.
But they'll understand why. Later, they'll understand why. You know? They'll understand why. They're not gonna like me, but it's for a reason. I'm doing it like that for a reason.
Hold up. We went out for a while. Okay, we back now.
I'm saying when I do my spiritual retreats, a lot of times people don't like me because the way I'm coming at them is because I'm trying to get you to a space where I could get in all that mess. You understand? And
yes,
a lot of times I gotta trigger you a certain way. So a lot of times people don't like me in the beginning when we're doing sessions. But in the end, oh, they love me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
love
ma'am. We are here with Empress Bezawit. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification.
See what I'm preparing now?
Look at that. Now what you doing? What you doing there?
This is gonna be a spiritual bath for somebody. So I'm preparing that now.
Okay. Okay. My little cousin said she needed. She said I was told I was crazy because I felt that way and I think that way. I'm guessing talking about the ancestors. And she said she needed. Well,
cousin, I got her.
That's what's up.
I got her. Yeah, and then once we start doing all this cleansing, you know, the DNA, our DNA don't change. You know, when we start activating those cells and everything, that's what brings us back to that memory of our ancient mothers and fathers. So then all that memory starts coming back. And then we start thinking different and we start doing different. You know, a lot of times, you know, these doctors, they want to put you on medication. They want to cut it open and take whatever out to fix it and put you on more medication. That's not how we do it. That's not how our Kemetic ancestors did it. We did it by manipulating energy. We did it by healing.
Manipulate energy. What do you mean by that?
Energy is all around us. You can't see it, but you can feel it, you know? And we have the power to manipulate that energy. You know, just like what I did with you. That was just manipulating energy, moving things out the way and putting things back into place so you could balance yourself, you know? That's why you felt that way.
Yeah, I definitely would. And you said you didn't do the whole thing. Like
you didn't, because you remember it was late.
Yeah.
Late. So you got some of it, but you know, you didn't get the pendulum reading and all that kind of stuff. But you got enough to, you know, get you over, you know, to get you started. But next time I see you, you know, we're gonna go through the whole. I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna do this too. I'm gonna do an egg cleanse on someone. This is gonna get on their whole body.
Yeah, see, I never had one of those before. Like
you never did this?
Whatever you did, like I said, and even when you said these words to me, when you sent me that message, you said that you're gonna go through a whole lot. I'm paraphrasing, but basically you're gonna go through a whole lot of hell because I'm meant to break generational curses. You know, and then when you said that I'm covered and protected, it was just those small words with some, well, not they weren't small to me, but those words right there, it changed my whole perception. Like I was already fearless. I was already fearless. I'm already a warrior.
I know.
But it seemed like when you said that, it just boosted it times 10. You know.
That's right. You're the chosen one. one. You one of the chosen ones.
Yeah.
You definitely one of the chosen.
At first I thought I was one of the cursed ones.
Huh?
You know, at first I thought I was cursed because of everything I was going through.
Of course. Of course. The ones that's blessed go through the most, right?
Yeah, I'm finding that out.
The ones that's truly blessed, those are the ones that go through the most. Those are the ones that get tested the most. And then when you're given a second chance, let's see what you're going to do with it. Let's see what you're going to do with it now. Are you going to go back now that you have the knowledge of self? Now that you're more enlightened? I already told you who you got to work on. You got to give that love to Johnny, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? That's Johnny that need that love. It's not Jihad, Shabazz. It's not him. He's the enlightened one. It's Johnny.
Yes,
that stuff, can mess up Shabazz if Johnny don't get it together. If you don't tap into Johnny and heal Johnny. You got to start peeling those layers. Start peeling.
Ma'am.
Like I said, the pressure cooker that day, you was like a pressure cooker.
Yes, ma'am.
That steam going. And we let some of that steam out. We took the top off. Now look inside that pot. Look in that pot. There's a whole lot of stuff in there. Start peeling those layers.
Sister Sylvia said, we forget that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience, not the other way around.
That's right. That's right. Ashe. That's right.
Ashe. That's right.
We all have the power to heal ourselves. Healers don't heal people. What we do, we activate it because we did the work, and we try to activate it in you, and you have to do the work. You have to do the work. So we can't come around and rub some, have some sage over you and it's like, boom, it's done. Nope.
Yeah.
It's to push you into that direction so you can really, truly start doing the healing process.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And one thing I learned, you can't, once you start healing, you can't make everybody else around you heal.
Yeah.
They have
that can also be a problem though, right? Because like when you try to heal, but around people that's not really on that page, like it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard.
And there's really nothing you could do about it. Only thing you could do is continue healing yourself. That's the only thing you could do. Continue healing yourself. And if they ready, they're ready. That's good. But you can't force somebody when they're not ready. You can't force somebody to look at themselves if they're not ready. Looking at yourself ain't easy. Looking at other people and judging other people is easy. But that self-awareness about self, things about yourself that you don't want to tell nobody else, that's the stuff you got to look at. Some people just not willing to face that. They're just not willing to face it. So if you have the courage that you can face all of that stuff, you're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game. It's just do the work now. Start peeling the layers. But if you do it, you might inspire others to want to heal, But
yes, ma'am.
You can't force nobody else to do it. You really can't, because they have to come to terms with themselves and look at that stuff. Because it's not easy. It's not easy.
Not. Absolutely not. How you doing, Sister Linda Mays from California? How you doing, sister? How you doing? We see some of these comments. Let me see. Oh, my cousin said, yes, he did. Oh, you talking about Forrest? Me never not going back to the penitentiary. Oh yeah, little cuz. Oh yeah. I've been out 18 years now.
Yeah.
18 years. I have no intentions on going back. Now, if I got to go back for my family or for my people, it'll be a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It'll be a no-brainer. But for me going back for some bull crap, no. I'm trying not to cuss on this because I got a very special guest. So no, I'm not gonna do no cussing with my spiritual mom on here. Y'all know how my mouth can get.
He cut me sometime too. I gotta get it together too sometime. I'm still healing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's lifetime work.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I was telling my son. When he was talking about far as finding. What was you saying, Jihad? You was talking about like we saying like when we was talking about knowledge. I said it never stops. Like when you ask a question, and you keep, you know what I mean. Like when you get the answer to that question, you gotta study to get the answer to that question, and you know it like studying is forever. You never.
Forever.
Yeah, there's no such thing as being smart enough.
Some people finish when they come out of school thinking that's it. That's all the education they need. No.
Oh my God. Oh.
You're forever learning.
There's some people in my family that swear because they got masters and bachelors and associates and all those.
What do that mean? But tell me, what do that mean? That's coming from their institutions. What do that mean? What do it mean? From their institutions.
Thank you.
I know some homeless people that have degrees, and I know some people that are high school dropouts that's well off.
Yeah.
So what do that paper mean now that I have a degree from their institution? What do it mean? When I went to their institutions and I got this degree, did it teach me how to come back into my community and do for my people? No. Right? It teaches you to go do for somebody else. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what does that degree mean? You know, I mean, I'm not knocking college, don't get me wrong, but you know, if you want to be a lawyer, you're studying to be a doctor, hey, do your thing. But it's not needed. It's not needed. If you have a skill, you can make it.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a skill.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of knock it. And the reason why I knock college, because it seems like the people that do go, they never come out and take up the practice that they went in for. Like it's people that went in there, far as my daughter, for instance, you know, she went in for political science, I believe. And hell, she work at a nursery now with little babies. You know?
Because when you're young like that, going into college, trying to decide, and the question, what you want to be when you grow up. What? Like you have to change something about yourself to exist. What you want to be. Be yourself. Be yourself. You know, that question is always thrown around. What you want to be when you grow up? How about being yourself? So when they get into college, they trying to figure it out. You know, a lot of them come out like that. I had nephews and stuff that came out like that. They not doing nothing towards the degree, you know?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are here with Sister Empress Bezawit, man. I've been trying to get the sister over for so long. Ever since I got back from Miss, I remember that. That's what you touched my forehead with, right?
No, that was this one. This one.
And I felt the whole. Okay, was it that? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Then I felt the tingling through my whole damn body. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like said, y'all go check out that spiritual cleansing video. You know what I mean? Y'all go check that out.
This one right here, I didn't have with me. This is the goddess fork. This one would scan your whole body. I didn't have this one with me. It's a big one.
Only thing you telling me, since I didn't get the whole thing, is that I need to make a trip to New York. That's all you're telling me.
Yeah, right.
That's all you tell. I'll be wanting to go anyway. I got the NY hat on. I just got to get to New York. That's all.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Can I ask you something? Let me ask you something about what do you think about now? This is gonna be it's like since we've been in the age of the divine feminine, the age of Aquarius, we've been seeing. Well, a lot of people have been saying they've been experiencing a lot more of what they call so-called UFOs. What do you think that has something to do with what we, you know what I mean, what we going through today? You know what I mean? Like some people say it's the Anunnaki coming back, Sirius B. You know, what's your thoughts on that? If you got any thoughts on that?
That they seeing UFOs, you said?
Like they seeing them more now since we've been in the age of Aquarius.
Well, during this time, you know, we've been on this pandemic kick too. Everybody been still. A lot of people been still. I believe that. I believe that. A lot of
Mm.
people been out of that, what they call the hamster wheel.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop for a minute. So usually when you do that, when you be still, you start seeing a whole lot of stuff you don't notice.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I,
ma'am. Absolutely. Far as far as when it comes to the men, now we spoke a little bit far as on what I call just shiftless, lazy Negroes that don't want to do nothing. Like what does it mean for them in this time? Because I see a lot of women ain't putting up with that shit no more. Like a lot of women's like really like on some like, nah, you know, like I mean, like not in a negative way, but they kind of come to the point now, like they kind of see that, yeah, like you supposed to be the man, you supposed to be the leader, the protector. You know what I mean? So, like the divine feminine, do you think that it's coming to kind of put a whooping on a lot of these men that think like that?
well, I personally myself, I don't think it should be like that, because once a woman has stepped into her divine feminine, now you should have more compassion for that man and try to push him in the right direction. Now, if he don't want to do that, you dealing with the wrong man. The wrong man is not going to want to deal with a woman with that divine feminine energy anyway, because he wouldn't be able to deal with that. A man that's in tune with himself and have that masculine energy, he could deal with that, because that's what balances him. A man that has some of that feminine, too much of that feminine energy, that's not going to work with a woman that has that divine feminine energy. It's not going to be no balance. It's not going to be no balance at all. Not
Yes,
all.
ma'am.
But we got to have more compassion for our men too. You know, knowing what they're going through, what they've been through. We have to show more compassion. And once you step into that energy, you're going to have more compassion for that man. I ain't talking about these no good men. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about them, because there's some men that don't deserve that, you know?
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
But the ones that really, really deserve that, and they need that assistance and they need that help, that's when she could step in and give, you know, show more compassion to that man. You know, here, since there's a lot of women on the live right now, here's a challenge that I give some of the women that's on the live. When your man or your boyfriend or whoever you with come in today or tonight, don't even say nothing to them. Just give them a hug. Just give them a hug. Just hug them up. Don't say a word. And if they're not used to that and they like push away and back up and be like what's going on? Don't say anything. Just hug them. And when I say hug them tight. Hug them tight just for a few minutes. Just hug them and just let them go and walk away. Do that and watch what happens. Do that.
Wow.
All my ladies, try that. I'm going to challenge you tonight. Try that.
All right, ladies, y'all heard what the Empress said. She said, when your man walk in tonight, just walk up to him. Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Nothing.
Just give him just a tight, I miss you, I love you hug.
That's it. That's it. Hold on for a few minutes and then let them go and walk away.
And you know what? You know what's Mama Empress? Women, some of our women don't know that the feminine is your power. Like literally, like a man will, like if a man feel that feminine love, that man, it won't be nothing that man wouldn't do for you, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, you know, I didn't mean to sound a little raw earlier, but a lot of women feel what's between their legs is the power or the gift. It's wrong. That's wrong. They got to get out of that mindset, thinking if you could throw down the best, whatever, you know, you got them. No. That stuff could be handed on a platter to him anywhere he go, you know? That's not what you tap into. That's not what you tap into. Tap into that nature. I'm telling you, get into that nature. Get into that. I'm telling you, I don't know how to explain it, but like I said, ladies, get out and ground, hug the tree, kiss the tree, hold the tree or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. And you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it because we're a part of nature. We are nature. That's why nobody else can come and teach us this stuff. It's us. It's us. That's where our power is at, you know? And I'm
Yes,
telling
ma'am.
you, just a simple thing of just going up to that man, because you don't know what he been through or what he was going through out there. And when he came home, that should be a place of peace. It should be a
Wow.
place of peace. It should be a place of peace. And sometimes women, we get it twisted because if that man is acting a little strange where he seem a little standoffish or whatever, let me tell you something. Women are different. We're emotional. So our energy sometimes is all over the place, you know? Ray, we loud with our stuff, you know? But a man, he like to do his stuff. He deal with his pain or his issues quietly, very quietly. And sometimes women, if you're not tapped into that divine energy, you're not going to be able to, you don't have to hear it, but you'll be able to feel it. And then you could back off from him for a little while and let him figure it out. Because a man want to figure it out. A real man want to figure it out. He wants to figure it out. So sometimes he needs to be isolated and alone. It ain't got nothing to do with you. So women sometimes don't take it personal. We're so quick to take it personal that, oh, it's something I did or something I said. Leave the man alone. Just leave him alone for a few minutes. Leave him alone. Don't, as soon as he come through the door, you ray, and all that kind of stuff. Just chill. Sometimes we got to zip it up. We got to zip it up as women. Keep that mouth closed. I'm not saying you're not supposed to express yourself or anything like that or communicate, but sometimes you have to do that and let that man breathe. Let him figure it out. And if you do that and give him that space, you'll see him. I'm telling you, ladies that's on this live right now, like I say, when your man come in today, give him that hug. Give him that hug. Shock the mess out of him, especially if this is something that you don't normally do on a regular. Shock the mess out of him. You know, let him wonder, like, what was that all about? But watch how he's going to feel. Watch how he feel once you do that. And like I said, don't say nothing. Just walk away. Just walk away.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Man, y'all getting some jewels today. Y'all getting some jewels today. We are with Sister Empress Bezawit. Like, share, subscribe. Please share this live, man. Please share this to any sisters or brothers that's going through it, man. You know what I mean? Share this live, man, because some people be wanting to, you know what I mean? Some people just don't know who to turn to or what, y'all. There's so much bull crap that's going on the internet that we falling right behind. I mean, and this, you know, you got dudes that's talking about, you know what I mean, alpha female, you know what I mean? You got females talking about alpha nigga and all that. And, you know, the one thing that we are doing that we don't understand, that the Whitney Lynch letter is true. It's a true thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The one thing that they want to do with us is to separate the family.
That's right. Man against man, woman against woman, woman against the man against the woman, the elders against the young against the elders.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They doing it. I worked around elders who, you know, and I watched them, you know, put down a lot of our young people, and I don't like that. I don't like that. When I see that, I gotta call that out, because you're the one that's supposed to be teaching them, not trying to set them up. You're the one that's supposed to show them the way. So when I see like some older people, elders, you know, judging and getting on some of these young people, that don't sit well with me at all. Not at all.
That's right. That's right. Sister, did you happen to see that sister that was in Florida that was pregnant with her babies? She hopped out the police that pulled her over at gunpoint and was threatening to shoot this sister. She was pregnant.
I heard about that. Yes, I heard about that.
And the reason why I'm even bringing this up, you know what I mean, this is speaking to the fellas that's on this live, man. You got to understand that the white woman cannot hold a baby for the whole 9-month term. They are scared. Francis Cress Welsing said this a long time ago, that they are scared of genetic annihilation. They know that we here forever. We was the beginning and we will be the end.
They're not having children anymore.
Say it again, sister.
They're not having children anymore. They're not having children anymore. They
death rate is higher than their birth rate. You know, so like right now, like I said to all the brothers, we got to step into our power, man, because these crackers don't have no problem on murdering our women, whether they pregnant or babies in the car or whatever. Like, and that's the reason why I always try to get us to stop arguing over frivolous bull crap, because you got to look at it. We don't have our own hospitals. We don't have our own dentist office. Like my daughter got to go to the dentist here in a few months. Man, I'm nervous as hell because they say that, you know, when they operate on our teeth, that we're not allowed to be in the operation room. You know, so
she's a minor. She's a minor.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say.
No, you can fight that. No. Yeah, she's a minor.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say. And it got me scared as hell, you know. But they claim that she got a tooth that can't be fixed, and she ain't number 4 years old. Now she was going on 4. So I'm like, well, how's her tooth that damn bad just for her to be 4, going on 4 years old? So now I'm trying to come up with suggestions or something where I don't have, because that got me so nervous for them to wheel my baby to a back room and I'm not going to be back there.
No, there's somebody that you should be able to talk to. Somebody could be in that room with her. She's a minor. Or even if there's an area where you can watch what's going on.
Yeah, something.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, me neither. I swear to God I don't. But that goes back to the point, like we were speaking on earlier, sister. We spend trillions of dollars on bull crap. Now I wouldn't mind if, sister, let's say if it was Dr. Empress Bezawit's dentist. She can go back there with you because I know she's going to be in good hands.
Gotcha.
I don't trust her going back there with McNetty or McPherson, what other Peckerwood name they got. I don't trust that, you know. But I can't. Trust me. I'm trying to find so many avenues that I can come up with that I can. I'm trying to come up with something where I can beat up with my child, because I do not trust these Billies with my baby by themselves.
We can't trust them. You know, there's a history of them. There's a history of why we shouldn't trust them. You know, there's a history of that. So we should feel the way we feel. You know, I don't want to go into nobody's doctor's office. I don't want to go into nobody's hospital if I don't have to.
No.
Nature is my hospital.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling a certain way, let me go to the forest somewhere. Let me go on the farm somewhere. You know, surrounded by nature. Let nature do its work.
I told my family, I said, if you come in the room and see me sweating, heart pumping, I said, just put some sage on me, give me some sea moss, take me outside, just lay me on the ground. Do not take me to the hospital.
That's right. Tell them put you right under the tree.
For real. Because I look at it, if it's my time to go, I go rest with the ancestors. But I do not want to go to nobody's emergency room.
Yeah.
And I basically look at it, I always say, if I'm shot, if I'm stabbed, something like that, okay. But even then, you know, I might have a gunshot wound that's not even fatal. Hell, look at Dr. Martin Luther King. We just come to find out that man didn't even die from the gunshot wound. He got smothered with a pillow.
That's right. Yep. Because they knew who he was. And they said, we're going to finish him off.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Sister Empress, we coming to a close in our time. I sure enjoy this. Like I said, I've been waiting to get you on there, and I'm glad you finally blessed my page with your presence. And like I said, you got a whole line of sisters on here. Sister Vanessa said we need our own hospitals, period. You are absolutely right, sister.
That's right.
Yeah, we need our own. Like I said, if it was a team of black doctors taking my baby to the back, you know, I wouldn't care, you know, because I feel in my heart that those brothers and sisters, you know, is gonna take care of my baby.
That's right.
But
that's right.
Like I said,
nobody loves us. Nobody.
John Henry Clark.
Once you realize that there's nobody that's loving us like that.
John Henry Clark said way back in the 70s, the black man and woman in America have no friends.
None. None.
Yes, ma'am. So,
None.
is there anything? Is there any advice you want to leave to these sisters before we get off here?
Well, the sisters on the live, do that challenge tonight, and then get back to Shabazz how it went. Back to Shabazz how it went. I'm telling you what it's gonna do. I'm showing you. Try it. Try it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This has been a pleasure. Sister Vanessa said, "Thank you, Sister Empress. Great information. Thanks so much. You should have consultations, please." Hey, my cousin said they told me I couldn't be in an operation room last year when my baby had her teeth pulled. Yeah, so they done my cousin the same way.
Wow, that's crazy. And you have the right to speak up. You're the parent. You're the parent.
Yeah. I'm so nervous because my daughter's face had kind of blew up. So when I one morning, so I took her to the dentist, you know what I mean? Because she kept complaining about her tooth, and the side of her face kind of got swollen. So when I took her to the dentist, you know what I mean? They gave her some amoxicillin. Okay. And I also been giving her that neem toothpaste. You know, they got the cloves in there and stuff.
Yeah, that's the best.
So she's been regular now. So my whole thing is that I'm trying. If anybody on this live can give me any information on far as, then I don't care if I got the far as I'm willing to travel is to Texas. So if y'all know some all black dentists, you know what I mean, somewhere in Texas or up north in Kansas, Wichita, Kansas, something like that, man, please, man, hit my Gmail. It's my Gmail right here. Hold on, let me put it up there for you. That's my Gmail. So if y'all know any all black dentist offices, man, from Texas to Kansas, basically, because I'm in Oklahoma, you got Kansas on top, got Texas on the bottom. So if y'all know some word there that I can take my baby, man, please hit my Gmail, man, because I'm nervous as hell, man. I'm not lying.
I hope somebody have some information for you, because that will be the best bet to me. If you can find somebody that look like you to work on baby.
Yes. And the operation is a little bit expensive, you know what I mean? So they got insurance called Sonicare. You know, one thing about it though, like I said, a lot of black dentist offices don't take Sonicare for some reason. I don't know why, but it literally got me it got me nervous. It got me nervous, Queen. I ain't gonna lie.
I know.
It got me really nervous because my whole thing is that if they do anything to my daughter, there's a good chance y'all not gonna see Mrs. Al Jihad on this long live no more.
When is she doing this?
She's supposed to go December 1st. I mean December 7th.
December. Say it again.
December the 7th.
December?
Yeah, December. Yes, ma'am.
December 7th.
Yes, ma'am.
December 7th. Okay, we're gonna banish all that blocks and binds on December 7th. She gonna be okay. She gonna be okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please, and I know you'll do it for me, so please put up under your protection, sister, because I'm nervous.
Yes, I can understand as a father. That's your baby girl. Yes, I can understand.
Yes, ma'am. Well, anyway, hey, this has been a pleasure. Like, share, subscribe. If you love what you've seen, please hit the Cashapp, man, to keep the movement going, to keep the lives coming, man. Just look out for black owned, man. You know, we gotta look out for our own people, man. And sister, I appreciate your donation that you had sent me a while ago. I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
I see what you're doing. I see the vision already. I already see the studio and everything.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's gonna get there. But yes, ma'am. It's definitely gonna get there. It's definitely gonna get there. And my whole life is dedicated basically ever since I lost my baby boy. My whole life is dedicated to the uplifting, to the betterment of our people. That's my dedication.
Bangside therapy near you. We coming to a clinic.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But sister, I want you to have a blessed one. Okay. Hold up. We have. Hold up. Sister Sylvia would like you told you. She said to the sister Empress Bezawit. Basically, she said much love. My little cousin Alyssa. She said, when would the retreat be?
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let everybody know. I'll let Shabazz know because I'm gonna travel. I'm definitely gonna travel. I want these sisters to come out, and we're not gonna come all dressed up, no makeup, no lashes, none of that stuff. We coming raw as our raw selves because we're gonna love our raw selves. They taught us to love and try to look like somebody else. We're not doing that. So we're gonna be in the forest. We're gonna be on the farm, raw, strictly raw.
Beautiful, beautiful. Sister Sylvia put on her 100. That's right. Well, anyway, sister, I'm gonna let you get because I know you said you gotta do some spiritual cleansing tonight, this evening. So I'm gonna let you get to it. I gotta get to my nephew's born day party. So I gotta season up some chicken we got there real quick so I can take it, put it on the grill for over there for my nephew. So, but sister, it's been a pleasure. And do you think it's possible that I can get you back on here?
Sure.
Alhamdulillah. Yes, right. That's right. All right. Well, blessings, dear sister.
Yes, blessed love. Have a peaceful night. Have fun.
This your man Al Jihad the God, Black Power, Crip Life. Those who know me know this. I am not a gangbanger. I am a revolutionary. Peace.